Hello everyone, welcome to our educational video on types of hybridization and its influence. So today we will discuss about what exactly hybridization means and its influence on the structure of the molecule. So before moving towards the main topic, we need to understand what exactly hybridization is. So, hybridization is the process of mixing and recasting of suborbitals of nearly same energy to produce an equal number of equivalent orbitals which are having definite orientation in space. So, first type of hybridization is excitation of electrons, and the excited state of atom has correct number of unpaired electrons, that is to explain the valency. So the hybrid orbitals can form stronger bonds due to better overlap, and further due to reorientation of the orbitals the correct shape of molecule can be explained. So by using hybridization we can explain the correct shape of a molecule. Now moving towards the types of hybridization, there are basically three types of hybridization of carbon, that is sp3, sp2 and sp hybridization. So coming to sp3 hybridization, this is belongs to the saturated carbon compounds. Yes, in saturated carbon compounds the carbon is attached to four single bonds, and such carbon atoms undergo sp3 hybridization. So when the carbon atom is bonded to four other atoms, the hybridization is said to be sp3 type. Here 1s orbital and 3p orbital in the same shell of an atom combine to form four new equivalent orbitals, and the arrangement is tetrahedral with bond angle 109.5 degree. So let us have the example of methane molecule, that is CH4. There is one carbon atom at central and the other four hydrogen atoms are bonded to the central carbon atom. The bond angle between this carbon and hydrogen bonding is 109.5 degree, and such a type of structure have tetrahedral geometry. Look at how the electron get excited. Here in ground state the carbon atom have one s orbital and another second s orbital and then three p orbitals, right? So in first s orbital there are two electrons giving configuration 1s2. Then in second s orbital it gives us again two electrons with pairing, that is 2s2, and in p orbital there are three p orbitals px, py, pz, but carbon has remain only two electrons in p orbital, so px and py has completely filled. Now when carbon atom gets excited, then this particular s orbital loses its electron to the pz orbital. So in excited state, the valency of that particular carbon atom is 2s1, 2p1, 2px1, 2py1 and 2pz1, right? So the hybridized orbitals of the carbon atom are sp3, means 1s and 3p orbitals, right? So the hybrid orbitals for carbon atom are 1s and 3p orbitals, and in this particular four orbitals there is one vacancy for each of the orbitals to pair one another electron. So 4 hydrogen comes to the carbon atom and giving one electron to the each orbital, right? So that's why each electron of the hydrogen atom is bonded to each electron of carbon atom, forming CH4 molecule with tetrahedral geometry. So this belongs to sp3 hybridization. Now moving towards the sp2 hybridization. In this case, a carbon atom is sp2 hybridized when bonding takes place between one s orbital with two p orbitals. So there is a formation of two single bonds and one double bond between three atoms. So the hybrid orbitals are placed in triangular arrangement with 120 degree angle between the bonds. So this is how the C2H4, that is ethene molecule, has structure. Here ethene molecule has two carbon atoms and four hydrogen atoms. So there is a double bond between carbon atom which is forming one single bond, that is a sigma bond, and another double bond is pi bond, means pi orbital overlapping. P orbital overlapping gives you pi bond, and other four bonds, that is CH bonds, that are formed between carbon and hydrogen by sharing of electrons. So here the bond angle between these all particular atoms have 120-degree angle, and the arrangement or geometry of this particular molecule has triangular shape. So let us have how the electrons are get excited in this particular hybridization. If you see in ground state, there are two electrons in 1s orbital, two electrons in 2s orbital, and remaining two electrons in 2p orbital of carbon atom. And now when the carbon atom got excited, it gives one electron. The one electron of this 2s orbital is shifted to the pz electron, giving you s and p3 hybridization. But here only this 1s and 2p orbitals are hybrid orbitals, and lastly the pz orbital is unhybrid orbital. Okay, so here we are having the structure of ethene molecule with the carbon carbon double bond, means this is particular sigma bond and this is pi bond, single bond presenting sigma bond and double bond presenting pi bond. So this particular double bond is there between the carbon atoms, and single bonding is there between the C and H atoms, giving you ethene structure, that is C2H4, and the bond angle between this particular molecule having 120-degree. So this is all about sp2 hybridization. Lastly, we will have sp hybridization. So in sp hybridization, carbon have sp hybridization when it is bound to two other atoms with the help of two double bonds or one single bond and a triple bond. So when the hybridization occurs, the molecule will have linear arrangement, that is 180-degree angle between the all atoms of the molecule. So for the example, ethyne structure, that is C2H4. If you see the ethyne structure, there is 180-degree bond angle, and if you go to the electronic excitation, you will look the carbon atom having ground state electronic configuration is as similar to all sp3 and sp2, and when it is excited, one of the electron between 2s orbital is shifted to the pz orbital, but here only one s and one p orbital is hybrid, and py and pz orbitals are unhybrid. So here the bonding is between one s and one p orbital, giving you triple bond, means one sigma bond and two pi bonds are there, giving you triple bond between the carbon and carbon atom, and a single bond between the carbon and hydrogen atom. So this is how the structure of ethine is there. Okay, so this is how the sp3 and sp2 and sp hybridization takes place. Now having last point, that is influence of hybridization on bond properties. So the first factor is shape of molecule. The sp3, sp2 and sp hybridized carbon atoms are tetrahedral, trigonal, planar and linear respectively, and accordingly the shape of ethane, ethene and ethyne will be three-dimensional, planar and linear respectively. So this is how the shape of molecule will be. Then second point or second factor is bond angle. So all as we go from sp3 to sp2 to sp or carbon atoms, the bond angle increases, right? From 109-degree to 120-degree to 180-degree, right? In ethane we had 109.5-degree angle, bond angle. In ethene we had 120-degree bond angle, and in ethyne we had 180-degree bond angle. So bond angle increases as we move from sp3 to sp hybridization. Then third factor is bond multiplicity. The bond multiplicity increases from sp3 to sp2 to sp carbon atoms, because in ethane C bond is single bond, and in ethene it is double bond, in ethyne it is triple bond. So bond multiplicity is increases, right? Then fourth factor is bond length. There is a shortening of CC bond length as we go from sp3 to sp carbon atoms due to the additional orbital overlap and due to the formation of 2 or 3 bonds respectively. So thus the CC bond length in ethane, ethene and ethyne are 1.54 Armstrong, 1.34 Armstrong and 1.20 Armstrong respectively. So the CH bond length remains same in all of these particular 3 molecules. The CH bond length remains same, that is 1.09 Armstrong. Only CC bond angle, CC bond length is decreases. Okay. Then fifth factor is bond energy. The carbon-carbon bond energy increases as the hybridization changes from sp3 to sp2 to sp. Thus C single bond C double bond C and C triple bond C bond energies in ethane, ethene and ethyne are 80, 143.3 and 194.4 Kelvin calories per mole respectively. So bond energies of all this particular hybridization, that is ethane, ethene and ethyne, is increases. Then sixth factor is degree of unsaturation. So as the CC bond changes from single to double or triple bond, the degree of unsaturation increases, and this indicates by the decrease in number of hydrogen atoms, right? Hydrogen atom number count decreases from sp3 hybridization to sp hybridization. Then sixth and last factor is reaction and reactivity. So ethane is saturated and hence it gives substitution reaction with highly reactive reagent. But ethene and ethyne are unsaturated, so they give addition reaction only. So the sigma electrons are strongly held by atoms and hence ethane, which is unreactive. The pi electrons are loosely held by atoms. Ethene and ethyne are very reactive. So that's why the order of reactivity is ethane less than ethene less than ethyne. Means ethane is lesser reactive than ethyne and ethyne is more reactive than all other molecules. Okay, so this is how the influence of hybridization on bond properties changes or affects the bond properties, right? So I hope you must understand the today's topic, that is hybridization and its influence on bond properties. So we will meet on next video with next topic. Till then, thank you and bye bye.